Hey everyone, and welcome back to another storytime video here on the StrauberryJam channel today. Hopefully you guys are all doing great and having a fantastic weekend so far. All your weekends coming to an end, so hopefully you've had a great weekend. I certainly have, so I hope you guys have as well. And today's story is a bit of a creepy story. You guys told me that you wanted more stories. You guys told me that you wanted a creepy story. You guys told me that you wanted all sorts of stories. But I felt like I did way too many stories, or just me story type videos when I was traveling, so I want to take a little break from him, but bring them back today. I'm going to share a story about my creepy basement. Now, this isn't going to be a regular basement that I'm talking about, because I don't think anyone has a basement like you guys do in America and Australia. Like, I don't know, like, I think basements are awesome and stuff, but like, we just don't have them in Australia. There's probably a reason why. I just don't know why. It's probably because we have like weird rules and regulations about building and stuff that America just doesn't. So we don't have basements in Australia, but the basement that I'm referring to is a 5-level parking like garage or like parking basement. Basically, under my old apartment there was 5 levels of like parking garage, and it went 5 levels underground, which is like so creepy to think about starting out. Like myself and B, our car parking spot was 3 levels underground. Ours was on the 3rd level, but there was some that went 5 levels underground, and these are like not just like a little bit underground. It went right underground, which I just found so creepy. Like, there was no mobile phone reception under there. There was like, if you got stuck under there, dude, like no one's gonna hear you, dude. Like, I would always go down there in the middle of the night and I would like creep myself out, just overthinking so many situations that could possibly happen, that I would have to run myself back up to my apartment and just lie in my bed and be like, everything's okay, everything's gonna be okay, don't worry about it, bro. Anyway, so if those 5 levels of undergroundness isn't creepy enough, there was a lot of crazy and like just weird things that would happen in this basement. So living in an apartment that doesn't have a garbage chute, I'm lucky enough to have a garbage chute in my apartment now, so whenever I want to take the trash out, I literally just have to walk out my door, go down the hallway, and shove my garbage into a chute, and then it just puts it in the bin for me. Pretty easy, right? In my old apartment, we had to go down into the basement, so you had to take the elevator from level 2 down to level like -1, and then you would have to go out into this like creepy basement area that was like, it was always like echoey, and there was always like creaking sounds, or like pipes making like noises. Like, there was a bunch of like cages that had, they're all like steel cages, and it just had this like super creepy vibe to it. And then when you had to take your trash all the way down to like the end of like the basement, and then you would open up this room that just like smelled like Jabba the Hutt's armpit. The room probably had like 20 trash cans in it, and basically that, you know, you would just load up your trash and then like they would empty it like once a week. But it was just awful. And me being the person I am and always sleeping during the day and staying up at night, quite a lot of times I would be like, dang it, dude, the trash can is full, I need to go and empty this bin, otherwise it's gonna smell like butthole up here. So I would take myself down into the basement at like 4 a.m. and like these weird noises of like the pipes creaking, and like sometimes you would hear like someone's car from like 3 levels down coming, and you're like, dude, what if that guy hits me? Like, I'm left for dead down here. And then sometimes I would be like, yo, if I left my keys upstairs, like there's no way of me getting back up. Like, if you got stuck in the basement, dude, you are stuck in the basement. Like, there's no way to get up out of there without a key. And I would always like triple check, double check, quadruple check the thing that I brought my keys, because me getting stuck in that creepy ass basement was not gonna happen, dude. Anyway, level 1 wasn't the creepiest level. It was probably like the least creepiest level, but it was still a little bit creepy. Here's where things get really creepy, right? So when we first moved in there, I was really getting into pennyboarding or skateboarding again, and being in this like awesome parking garage, like with like just like really like nice stuff to skate on, and just lots of like room to move around, and just like not have to worry about cars because it's like 2 a.m. It was pretty awesome. Like, I could just go down there, skate all I want, and like not have to worry about a car hitting me. Like, I would fall over a couple times, but it wasn't too bad. It was pretty sick. But one day I thought it was a great idea to go from level 1 all the way down to level 5. So that's like 5 floors of going down. And each floor that I went down, things just got a little bit more creepier and a little bit more creepier, and my anxiety grew from like a small like smidget to this giant huge, just like, oh my god, I am going to die. And to add on to things, I get down to the very last level. It is so hot down there for some reason. I have no idea why. It was just ridiculously hot down on like the last level. There's like a boiler down there or something, so like that's making a creepy noise. And then right at the very end of this parking garage, dude, I kid you not, there is a like little like steel cage because every apartment gets a steel cage. Like it's sort of like your garage or like where you can store stuff. And this last steel cage is absolutely huge. Like you could fit like, I don't know, like quite like 20 or 30 humans in there. So it's like pretty big steel cage. It has a big door to it and like it's kind of creepy, but it's really dark in this back corner. And I'm like, oh, what's this? There's a table down here and there's a knife. There's a knife on the table, and I look even closer, and there's like fecal matter on the table. Like wait, I don't know what's fecal matter. Is that like poop? It wasn't poop. But the guy who owned this very last cage was either like a butcher or like a fisherman or a murderer, dude, because there was like blood stains on the table. There was like animal like remains on the table. There was and it was all like had scratches on the table. It was all like just like gross and chopped up. And while I'm staring into this table, seeing what's like on this thing, I hear like the biggest like, it's a freaking car, dude. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting out of here. So I run myself to the elevator. I'm like, boom, get me out of here, man. I click my way up to level 2. I go inside. I'm like, never leaving the house ever again. It's hilarious how our brains can like trick ourselves into thinking something that is pretty normal and probably nothing's gonna happen is the creepiest thing in the world. It's probably like movies that have just created this like anxiety on us or something. But like whenever I went into that parking garage, like I was always like, you know what, if I die down here, I'm just gonna die. Like I have no phone reception down here. Like no one can hear me above like in the real world. I could may as well just get killed down here and no one will find out for like 5 weeks. Feel like that basement isn't like haunted or like I don't think there's like a murderer or a serial killer who lives in those apartments, but my mind was tricking me. Now I live in an apartment that doesn't have a basement or like anything like that's spooky at all. Like that my old apartment had some like somewhat creepy vibes to it. Like there was a room on the 2nd floor which was literally like the size of a cupboard, and like it just felt so unnecessary. And like, why was it built here? Like, were people planning on like housing someone in this tiny like cupboard of a room that they haven't locked? Like, what is this? Anyway, loads of creepy stuff. It's probably just mine, never matter, you know what I mean? I want you guys to share some of your creepy things in the comment section, or just things in general that creep you guys out. Either like a basement. I know a lot of people are like creeped out by basements. I honestly like going like down below into the darkness just like freaks me out. Going like below your house, like where your regular living coordinates is, into the darkness is just generally creepy. Ugh. But yeah, I figured I would just share a creepy story with you guys. And if you guys want more stories, definitely leave a like on the video. And there should be more story videos. Maybe we'll keep on doing it like once a week or so. Anyway, as far as I know, you've been watching, I've been StrauberryJam. This has been the story of my creepy ass basement, and I'll definitely see you guys all again next time. Bye bye.